Hey, yeah, how's it going, everybody? Um, the I'm intact, so so I don't really have too much to say. I guess I just have just a little bit of inspiration. So I'm really off this schedule, but I hopped into this Periscope and I ran into this fella from Japan. And he's just talking, very interesting guy. He goes by the name of Nice Moon, very nice guy. But I've been saying I was supposed to get these videos in a consistent manner, and I'm gonna try to do that. At least gonna keep trying to do that. Okay, this title is called "Don't Be Afraid," and it's basically like as a title, and it's what the title says. Don't be afraid. I say that because there's things that I believe I want to do, and I'm pretty sure there's things other people want to do. Sorry, looking super comfortable here. And that just makes me wonder, like, who's who are afraid to do that? Who's afraid to conquer their dreams or fulfill their purpose, or just do something extremely small, like go outside, take baby steps and stuff like that. I just encourage people to especially, it's kind of along the lines of when people say do what makes you happy. I've never really liked that term because I've always kind of took it to an extreme because it's like you could shoot somebody to be happy if you're in that mindset. You could be selfish, extremely selfish, and that makes you happy. You could take drugs because that makes you happy, but take hap do what you want to do. Be courageous in a healthy, good, and loving means of doing so. And oh shoot, because I'm pretty sure this my phone's gonna die real soon. So I just want to say that it's just like do not only do what you want to do, do what makes you happy. Do this in a very healthy and loving fashion for yourself and for those around you. Um, and I guess take baby steps. It's very hard to do, at least for myself. But I thought I'd say it because it's important to not be afraid of doing those things you want to do. Like you may think it's impossible. People may have been telling you like, that's not really cool or whatever like that. But it's like take those steps. Take baby steps. Do what you can do. Push yourself a little bit. You know, it always kind of intrigued me with the idea, the thought of the grain of a mustard seed. All it would take is a grain of a mustard seed. Now, of course, although contextually speaking, in terms of the Bible, what Jesus was saying, I'm pretty sure he's talking about just faithfully pursuing the work of being righteous in Christ and stuff like that. But I think being courageous also takes faith, and I've been saying that faith kind of takes everything. It takes almost everything to have faith. It takes faith to go outside. It takes faith to go to work and not get hit. It takes faith to work and not get hurt. It takes faith to continue to work hard. It takes faith to go to the gym and to faithfully go to the gym. It takes faith to even get on a treadmill, put in some weights, even to faithfully make better decisions. But I just encourage people like have faith, be smart, and don't be afraid. Because I guess as they say, you miss 100% of the chances you don't take. And so I'm like, pursue, do what you have to do. There's some people who are exceptionally good at something, like they sing, but they don't have that confidence where it's like, oh man, I'm not gonna do anything with this. I'm not gonna, like, I know how to bake, and I like baking, and but people are not gonna watch me bake, and it's just like, especially in the age of the internet, if you have a good phone, videotape yourself cooking, you know, uh, like even if you have a not so good phone, be creative. I want to say that they say that there's a certain level of budget in terms of a movie before it flops. You know, if you go beyond that budget, it's almost similar to me, similar to that median of wealth. I think before it becomes like unsatisfactory. So if you reach that cap, I believe it's like 70,000 a year, from what I've been hearing. Now, of course, you can say that's subjective and stuff like that, but my assumption based off that average is that you can't like there's just that sweet spot of not doing too much or too little, and you know, this kind of reminds me of Almonte Films, where he was telling people like his skit was about people just not. Um, I'm sorry, it's more so like fear stops them, fear holds them back, fear rationalize. I think so. And it keeps people from doing what they want to do, what they've been wanting to do. And they say, "Oh man, it's because of this. Oh man, because of that. Oh, I don't have all the proper equipment. I don't have this. I don't have that. Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah." And it's just like, don't be afraid. Sometimes some things may require you to be a bit more spontaneous. Some things you probably would have to be a bit more smart about. Because that's like being impulsive all the time isn't always good, nor is it smart. And I know that firsthand because I've made dumb decisions just impulsively, and because they're impulsive, it was almost like, what can you learn from an impulsive decision? Because it was impulsive, it came from you. He was like, "Do it." I'm like, "I did it," and it's like, "What did I do?" So I don't know. I guess this is encouraging. I hope it's encouraging, but I hope it's to help people understand, like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to pursue your dreams. Be smart about your dreams. Um, and I guess if you're gonna make a decision, don't make it based off fear, but make it based off wisdom. Big and have confidence in it. Confidence means with faith. If you break that word down, with fide faith. So and as they say, faith is the thing. I think it's the Bible verses. Things hoped for but not seen, or something like that, or believe something without evidence. And it's like some things you do need to tap into that metaphysical place to do. Um, so it's hard. Life is hard, but you can get through life. You can continue to press through life. Life is will continue to, as they say in the Rocky film. I've never watched the Rocky film. I hope somebody may not find that offensive. But what I mean is more so like, I remember from this that the speech, the well known speech, that they says like life will beat you up, and you know it's not so much how much you how many. I'm definitely gonna butcher this. It's not about getting hit. It's about how many times you can get hit and keep on standing, or something like that. Um, and it's just like, I think that's pretty much right. Life is for living, and living is for perseverance. In perseverance, I've liked to think of perseverance as patience plus suffering equals perseverance. So yeah, you patient in your suffering. Um, Even then, like, there's not too much you can do in your suffering, but see the good and endure during the suffering until the suffering's over, and you'll be stronger for it. You endure the suffering because, especially if you're not on the more optimistic side, there's good to be had from this. Jesus said in his Bible, "In this place you'll have trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world." So it's like, Jesus saying his way of getting through life, he's overcome the world. But also just before that, he says, "In this world you will have trouble." So you're gonna have trouble. Trouble's just gonna come and rear its ugly head from time to time. And to me, I feel like in the American dream, we desire things to be trouble free 100% of the time, and it feels so devastating when it doesn't happen, and it's like, no, you. I just think that's not how life works, and I'm not saying that some people have better live better than others. I think that's true. But I don't think every situation is a total loss. I don't think hope. I don't think hope is forgotten. I think hope is always around, can always be grasped. It's just being willing to see that, to open your eyes and view hope and say, okay, look around, look at yourself, say what can be done right now, and have the courage to do it. As these a little faith to do something. Smells of mustard seed. Mustard seeds are super tiny. They're like I don't know if it's gonna focus. Okay, it's not gonna focus. But it's super duper tiny. It's real small. So you say you only need that much. So faith, and since faith isn't tangible, isn't physical, it's metaphysical. What he's saying is, as far as I can tell, in terms of the physical, I mean the figurative, you only need a little bit of faith. Like even if it's a begrudging faith, that's a little. That's okay. You just need a little to perform it, because that's all. That's what's it's gonna take, performing the action. So no matter how you're gonna perform it, what's gonna encourage you to perform the action, the fact that you do matters and it counts. Sorry, the fact that you do counts. So that's all I got for right now. Don't be afraid. Um, I'm gonna try to be consistent. Who knows? I hope all I can do is hope about that. But that's what I got. Don't be afraid. Be smart, and take chances sometimes. And it kind of reminds me of Jordan Peterson. I'm always referring to that guy because he just has so much wisdom and so much helpful wisdom, and just has an emphatic heart, empathic. One of those. So he cares about people, and he was just saying like find balance. So if you're outgoing, try to find some sort of conservatism or something like that, and not in the political sense, but more so just in the social sense. You know, and if you're too conservative or too shy or stuff like that, do something that's more outgoing. So that's all I got. Hope you like it. Take care.